Let's set the scene. It's late, the stars are bright enough to make you pause, and the campsite finally quieted down. You unzip the tent, toss your gear inside, and then, tiny moment of truth, where are you actually sleeping tonight? On a warm cocoon of a sleeping bag or a cushy air mattress that feels suspiciously like your bed at home? Well, here's what matters. These two aren't enemies. They solve different problems. But choosing the right setup for the trip you're actually taking, that's the real move. Let me explain.
Purpose and role. A sleeping bag and an air mattress don't replace each other. They complement each other. The bag is about warmth and personal microclimate. It traps heat close to the body and keeps the night air where it belongs, outside your cozy bubble. The air mattress is about comfort and pressure relief. It smooths the ground, lifts you off rocks and roots, and lets hips and shoulders sink just enough so the body relaxes. You know how a coat keeps you warm, but doesn't make a wooden bench softer? Same idea. If the goal is a good night's sleep outdoors, the bag keeps you warm, the mattress keeps you comfortable. The best nights usually involve both doing their part. Warmth and insulation. Here's the thing people miss. Warmth comes from insulation, not just thickness or fluffiness in the abstract. A sleeping bag works because its insulation lofts around you and traps warm air your body generates. But underneath you, that same insulation gets compressed by your weight and stops insulating well. That's where a pad or mattress comes in. Air mattresses without internal insulation can feel oddly cold, even in mild weather, because the air inside circulates and steals heat from your body. That cool swirl under you, it's convection at work. Toss a thin foam pad on top of an uninsulated air mattress, and suddenly the chill disappears. Add a sleeping bag that's properly rated for the expected lows, and the warmth finally locks in.
Heat loss mechanics on inflatables. Air is sneaky. In big chambers, it moves around and takes your heat with it, like a tiny conveyor belt operating under your body. That's convection. Then there's radiation, heat radiating away from you into colder surfaces. Insulated air mattresses combat this with baffles, fiber fill, or reflective layers inside the mat to slow airflow and bounce heat back. Uninsulated mattresses prioritize plush comfort over warmth. Are they bad? Not at all. Just understand what job they're built to do and dress them properly with a pad or warmer bedding when nights cool off. Comfort and pressure relief. An air mattress does something a sleeping bag simply can't. It redistributes pressure across the body and reduces hot spots for hips and shoulders. Side sleepers especially notice the difference. A thoughtful air layer lets joints sink while keeping the spine aligned. Meanwhile, a sleeping bag's contribution to comfort is more about feel, soft materials, roomy cots, draft-free hoods, than about support. If someone says, "I sleep terribly when camping," 9 times out of 10, it's the surface under them, not the bag around them. Get the base comfortable first, then dial in bag fit and warmth. Weight and packability. Now to the practical trade-offs. Sleeping bags, especially backpacking models, pack small and travel light. Air mattresses vary wildly. A backpacking-grade insulated air pad, that can be ultralight and super packable. A queen-sized air mattress that feels like a real bed, that's pure car camping territory. Pumps, bulk, and storage space become part of the equation. So if long trails and daily mileage are on the plan, trim the sleeping system to a lean bag plus a lightweight insulated pad. If it's a drive in sight and comfort matters more than grams, bring the bigger mattress and think home in a tent. Durability and risk. Sleeping bags are simple by design. No air, no valve, no puncture risk. Air mattresses, even good ones, are vulnerable to leaks, slow pinholes, and valve quirks. It's not a disaster, just a risk to manage. Ground cloths, careful site selection, a quick sweep for thorns or sharp gravel, these tiny habits save you at 2 a.m. Also, toss a repair kit in the duffel and learn the patch process before the trip.
A sleeping bag will ask for care and proper storage, but it won't wake you up flat on the ground because a pine needle won an argument. Setup and ease of use. This one's straightforward. A sleeping bag, unroll, fluff, done. An air mattress, inflate, tune firmness, eventually deflate and fold. It's not difficult, just a bit more active. Some folks love the ritual of dialing in the perfect firmness. Others would rather collapse into bed without a pump soundtrack. If simplicity wins the night, a foam pad or a quick inflate backpacking mat outshines a big household-style air mattress. Cold weather strategy. In real cold, a sleeping bag alone is never enough underneath because, again, compression kills insulation. The fix is simple. Pair the right bag with adequate ground insulation. If temperatures dive, go for an insulated pad with higher R value, or stack a closed cell foam pad on top of an air mattress to boost warmth. This is also where a bag's cut and hood matter: less space to heat, fewer drafts, more predictable warmth. People often overbuy a bag temperature rating and underbuy ground insulation. Flip that mistake, and cold nights get much easier. Layering to win. Layering isn't just for clothing. Stack a foam pad on an air mattress to block convection and add R value. Use a bag liner to bump warmth a few degrees and keep the interior cleaner. If the mattress is wide and the tent cool, add a fleece or quilt on top for that extra touch of warmth without suffocating airflow. The point is modular control. Adjust the system night by night. Shoulder season swings, you're covered. Use cases: what works when. Backpacking favors a light, warm sleeping bag plus a high R, low-weight pad that prevents heat loss without ballooning pack size. Car camping lets comfort go big. Bring the air mattress that makes the tent feel like a bedroom, but pair it with a foam topper or insulated pad if nights are cool. For cold weather, prioritize ground insulation first, then the bag's rating, then extras like liners and quilts. For guests at home, a quality air mattress wins without question. Toss a comforter or sleeping bag on top for warmth and call it a night. So, which is better? Warmth comes from the sleeping bag and the insulation beneath. Comfort comes from the surface under the body. They're different jobs. If the trip is light and fast, a good bag paired with a smart insulated pad is the sweet spot. If the trip is about relaxing, reading by lantern light, and sleeping like it's a weekend at home, bring the air mattress and give it the insulation it needs when temperatures dip. And if the forecast wobbles, as it often does, layer pads, add a liner, and keep options open. I mean, once the stars are out and the tent is quiet, the only thing that matters is drifting off without cold spots or sore hips. That's the whole point.